By the way, if you hear something on the background in our home, it's a full house here. Yeah, it's a full house.
Full African house. Everybody's in the house.
Hello, lovely people. Welcome to My Society. Today we have a special guest, Pauline. I've known Pauline for a couple of years now, and she moved back to Africa, and she has been staying there for several years now. And it was interesting to see her transition. And we were talking the last time, and she was like, "I don't want to come back no more. This is my home. This is my place." So I was like, it might be interesting for our viewers also who may want to transition, going maybe coming back from America or Europe, going back to Africa, how it works, and yeah, so we have her here to just tell us her journey and share with us her experiences so far. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, Pauline, welcome to my society.
Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for
Yeah.
creating the time to be with us. We are
Oh, well, we're just still Corona time over here, so we don't have anything to do.
Wow. So, can you just tell a bit about yourself? How long you lived in the Netherlands before you went to Africa? How that all transition went?
So, well, actually, I was born and I grew up in Africa, and I was like, um, we moved back to Holland when I was 8, and then I stayed like only 1 year, and then I got back to Africa as well again, and then I came back again when I was 14, and then I stayed there like till I graduated. So that was like the longest part I've been there. So been like more than 12, 13 years that I've lived in the Netherlands. And my mom, she was working for NGO, so that's why we were like moving a lot. And when we came back, so I was already like, 1 foot in and 1 foot out because I've been moving so much, and I couldn't get used to the new life in Holland. And like we like just funny fact, in Africa you're like used to go to your neighbor's house and play and to eat whenever they are cooking, and then it was in Holland you got to your friend's house and then there was not enough food, and then you have to like get 2 potatoes on your plate, and you're like, so I know I was complaining a lot about that.
so
Just the freedom of doing the things that you're used to. So I graduated, and then I was already like I actually studied African studies just because I knew that like the second year you had to go to Africa. So I was already like, oh yes, I'm gonna go to Africa that second year. Let me just study African studies.
Okay.
And I was already planning like, okay, when I graduate, I want to go back because I just felt more at home. Because every holiday I was already much in Cameroon. That's where I'm from. Because my dad's family lived there, so I have like brothers and sisters, and I just wanted to go back every single time. So I just knew that, okay, when I finish school, I want to go, I want to go, and I want to go. So I graduated, and then my mom actually, she moved back to Africa. She went back to work, so she already left us when we were here studying. So it kind of like motivated me much more to leave. And then when I came there, and then that's when she went back to Holland. So I had like the fortunate that I had a mom who was already there. So I kind of visited the places because she worked like in 2 different African countries when I finished school. So I went and I visited her in Burkina Faso, and then she moved to Congo, and then I visited her here. And that's where I found, yeah, the love of my life. And I kind of stayed here because I wasn't planning on staying in Congo, but I stayed. I was planning on going back to Cameroon, but my plans didn't really work out like that.
Wow.
So I just took the step, and I say, because I didn't have a job. Yeah, like most people, and I will advise you, for if you don't have like any family or anyone to stay with, to start looking first for a job, like a good expat jobs, because the local jobs, the money is really bad. So
So
if you really,
what
Africa
are
is really a
those?
nice place to stay.
Yeah. So what are those expert jobs that people can do when you're like in Africa and you want a higher income or the income that you're used to a bit?
Well, it depends on which sector you're in, because in pretty much every sector you can find an expat job. You just have actually to look for the internationals, societies over here, the businesses you have to look for, and then just find, because you have a lot of expat jobs. You have the sites specific for jobs for expats in Africa.
Uh-huh.
So you have jobs in Africa.com or something, and you have like lots of them, and then they most of the time post on, even on LinkedIn. They have now, you can search for jobs, and Glassdoor, and all these jobs sites where you can find jobs, and then you just look for the international businesses, and then if you have like something that fits your profile, you can apply. Well, my problem was that a lot of these jobs were like for like people with like maybe 12 years or 13 years of experience. So I was like freshly out of college, and I was like, yeah, I do not have that kind of experience. So the other thing that you can do, which the more riskier part, is that you go to Africa, and then through somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, you get a job somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what I did.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good though.
So yeah, you can do that, and then just go with your CV to these international business. You go, okay, hi, I'm from Europe, or I'm from America, whatever. This is my CV, and I like a job. Do you have maybe a spot, and you can start like just in administration. Well, like I said, it really depends on
They're
what you
looking for.
studied, and you just go around yeah, looking for a job, or looking for someone that maybe, because most of these international business, they may be looking for someone,
Mhm.
and then if you have like the right profile, I'm like, oh wait, she's from Europe, or she's from America, and she's already here. They're like, okay, we need you, especially when you speak both French and English, or you have this background or whatever. They like be more like open to for you to get the job really quicker. So that's
So they don't have to
that's
do
another
that.
option you can do. But they don't have, sorry, what did you say?
They don't have to then take over you with the visa and everything because they've already made the job easier for them because you're already in the destination of where you're looking for a job. So then it's
You have that.
totally easier.
Well, they do, because you need a work visa. Because
Ah.
most, like me, most of the time I was on a travel visa,
Mhm.
and but the good thing is when I went with the international, they take care of your work visa, so they'll get you like a 1 or 2 year visa, whatever, depends.
Okay.
But that's not the big issue. 'Cause it's more like if you really want the local jobs, because
Mhm.
sometimes they're just looking for locals, and
Mhm.
then they just like, you will see that they ask for just local people because they don't want to take care of the visa. But
Yeah.
if it's a more intensive job, or yeah,
We have lost her for a minute. I think she's gonna come back
Mhm.
because you know that.
have looking for a specific profile, they will take care of your visa. Both ways, you really need to be like, either you look for a job, or you're just gonna go there, and if you have family there, you're gonna go there and then see if it works out. Because you can also, you can, like me, I can always go to stay here. So it doesn't work. Plan Z. I
Yeah.
can say like, okay, it's not working.
Mhm.
Let me just go back to Holland.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
always have a plan B. Always have a plan
Yeah,
B. Go with less expectation.
yeah,
Have an open mind. Or maybe with the first thing somebody should do is travel
exactly,
the country. Travel the country. Get to know the place before you really transit to there because you had
exactly,
you were born in
Mm.
Cameroon, you stayed in Cameroon, then came to Europe, then you went back,
exactly.
then you had a connection, or you knew where you were going to, and you know the lifestyle. Because our
Yeah.
lifestyle back home is totally different than the lifestyle
And
in
EU.
Europe. Yeah, because for
Exactly.
me,
If you're really not used to being staying that long in Africa, then really just go there for a few months,
yeah,
Mm.
and see if it works out for you, because it's really another different world for a lot of African people that have been there their whole life in Europe or in America, and don't really know how the life is here. Then you really should stay a few months, and then see for yourself if you like it, because it's really it looks easy, and it is much easier when you have money. But when
yeah,
you're starting out and you really don't have the connections that you have, like me, I've like really, like, it's been a struggle like the past 2 years. I mean, you really have to get in your brain, okay, you might not have electricity. Like I said, I didn't have internet since yesterday.
Wow.
You don't have hot water. I kind of took a cold shower for the last 2 years because my boiler wasn't working and all that stuff. Nobody came to repair it, even when you ask like 10,000 times.
Mhm.
Everything takes so much slower. So
Yeah.
you have to get that mindset that everything takes so much time to get done. So you really so much patience.
Yeah.
There's no like you follow the law or anything. It's like
Yeah.
every man for himself. So
Yeah.
Wow.
it's another mindset. So if you're really like straight and organized and you can take people that lateness. African people, like we say, are always late.
What is late? I came at the
Unfortunately.
right time. They don't
Yeah.
know what late is. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not in our
Yeah.
vocabulary.
Not.
Be glad I made it. Yeah. Because if it was for
Yeah,
me,
I'm like, oh, am I late? No, didn't we say no? Miscommunication every single time. So but over it all, yeah, it has its, like you say, advantages, and yeah. So it's really up to you to see if it works out or not.
yeah.
Just yeah, get a feel of it, and get to know people, because like I said, it's through people, through connections that you can find something here.
Mm-hmm.
So just ask around whenever you are with someone. Oh, hey, do you might know somebody, or somebody who's looking for somebody,
Yeah.
just always ask the people, send your CV and see if it works out for you.
Yeah.
Oh, and have a little bit of money saved up though, because
Mm-hmm.
when you start out and you don't have any income, so I do ask that you have your money saved up to just live, and if you want to
So
travel a bit and
how
visit
much
the
would you say that
country.
a buffer should be? Like how much would you say somebody moving to the West African, what kind of buffer are we talking about? Like an amount under 10,000 euros, under 5,000 euros?
Um, well, it also depends on the way you
You want
used
to?
to live,
Mm-hmm.
because if you want like a more luxury setting, or let's just say if you want to get an apartment that has in a good neighborhood, with the right, with the standing you're used to, like in Europe, you
Mm-hmm.
might need more. If you want to travel, like locally, are you gonna take the local transportation, like the cabs, local buses? Are you gonna take that, or you want to have your private chauffeur, or you want a private cab that's gonna pick you up? Also, that you need to budgetize. So it really depends on the way you want to live. You want to go to restaurants all the time, or are you gonna cook at home, go to the market, local market, cook at home? So it really depends on the way you're going to live. Me, how much did I have when I moved back? Well, I think I had maybe 3,000 euros when I left. So it was my money saved up from all that working during college.
Yeah.
And I pretty ran out of it, but that's because I traveled a lot. So I visited a lot of countries during my time, because I took after college. Really, I just wanted to travel first, like the whole country, well, not the whole continent. I wish I could. I just really wanted to visit some countries, and I think I did like maybe
Nice.
three of them the past 3 years, 3 or 4. And yeah, so it really depends on what you're gonna do. So, and like I said, I had the luxury that I had family here. So when I'm in Cameroon, for example, I have my dad's family lives there. So I have my sister. I stay with my sister, so I don't have to pay rent.
Yeah.
So I also only pay for food. So when you do groceries and the local cabs, but the most money I spent was the cabs.
It's different in Africa. It's totally different. As you said, it depends on which kind of lifestyle you want to
Mm.
live.
Mm.
So based on that, then you have to do your calculation.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can be bougie in a day, but then the best thing I will say is just stay
A
local.
call.
Stay basic. Then you will really, really
Enjoy
enjoy
life.
Africa. Like
Exactly.
Africa is
Yes.
it's sweet.
So
But
how about your music, by the way?
oh
Sorry.
yeah.
So how do you do with your music? I know you love music. You like making new songs,
uh,
sing songwriter.
my music. Well, Yeah, it's been a minute. It's really been a minute because when I moved back, I was like, oh, so excited. Okay, I'm gonna work or do some music, or because it was like the time I met people. I met like some people that wanted to work with me, and well, they were based in Paris, so they were like, okay, we want to work with you, and we're gonna, why not make an EP, make a video. And I was like, every time that I came to Holland for the holidays, then I would go to Paris and then work with them over there, and then I went back to Africa, and then they hooked me up with some people even that they knew here, and then I would just go here and record. So it was all exciting at one part, but then it kind of didn't work out, and I kind of lost my motivation to really pursue music again.
Mhm.
But I met my fiance now, and he is a producer, beat maker, singer as well. So it's actually funny because you will think that we make music every day, but no. I think we did maybe like one song. I think it's only one song that we have made written together the whole time we've been together. It's been like 4 years. So yeah, it's been on hold for a while now. I am maybe gonna get back to it. I am thinking about, because he is getting back into it and he has big plans. And I'm thinking, like, when you're surrounded with like a lot of musicians, then you kind of get that feeling that you want to jump in back again. So I think it's the next few months I might get back to music. But like even in Congo, it has been a different scene.
Yeah.
And they just, even, okay, I could start, and I've written some songs, and I actually have some songs that are just like archived somewhere. But yeah, you can say, okay, here's my new song, release it. But I didn't have really like a team after it didn't work out with the other one. I didn't have a team to really like say, like I'm more in the creative part, but if you ask me all around the
Business
business part
part.
of music, I
Yeah.
have no idea. So yeah. So okay, release the song, and then now what? Then you have the marketing, and then you have to start and let everybody know about the song. I am not that person that's gonna go into your inbox and say, "Oh, hey, here's my new song. Can you listen to it and give me feedback?" No, hell no.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
am not that one. So
Takes a team,
that
really. Yeah.
that's why it's been yeah. So yeah, I have songs on standby. Like whenever I'm gonna get back to it, they're there and they're here.
Well, we can't wait
We
because
will
you have
see.
a great
Stay
voice.
tuned.
We can't wait for your mashup because you have
Thank
a great
you.
mashup on YouTube. Everybody should just check you out. I'm gonna link your mashup
Not my
video on the link
greatest
below.
work, but okay.
It's really great. I was listening to it.
yeah.
Yeah, last time it was really great. Yeah.
They
What about your son? You have a
made me
child.
do it. That wasn't my idea.
It was who's
What?
here?
I said that the people I was working with, they were like, "Oh yeah, you need to do mashups," and like when you start out, you always make covers, and I was so tired of doing covers all the time. I wanted like to release like something of my own, but they're like, no, that's in right now. Everybody's doing mashups. You have to make a mashup, and yeah, and because they French, so like yeah, you have to take the French songs, and then you can mix it with English ones, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So that song, that mashup I actually did, I really hated it,
Oh,
but
okay.
anyway.
But we're still gonna link it.
We-
Let the viewers give us a feedback of what they think about
Yeah.
it, how you did it. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about your son. How is it raising a child back in Africa? Because you know the difference and how we are here in Europe and in Africa is actually the tribe or the people around you raise or help you
Yeah.
raise the child.
Mm.
So how is it for you?
Well, I did choose to give birth in Holland because at the time I was pregnant here, and there was like this problem with the elections going on over here. So it was always that, okay, if you have to give birth right now, maybe the roads are gonna be blocked by all these police. So
Mhm.
I didn't want that, and so I chose to go back to Holland to give birth over there, and I'm glad I did because I did kind of have some complications, and you never know. Like we do have some great hospitals here, but healthcare is kind of an issue still here. So it's sometimes kind of better in Europe, I must say. or you have really have a lot of money, because here it's so expensive. Congo is so expensive. So just I just can't imagine what it would have cost me if I given birth here with all the complications. But still, I was still kind of insured in Holland, so it kind of motivated me to also go back to give birth. But 2 months later, I did came here. The benefit is that you have family, you have a lot of people that's gonna help you to carry the baby, to have some time for yourself, because I didn't have in Holland. The 2 months I was there, I was so lonely. And my mom, she was working in Belgium, and she only came a weekend, so I was with the baby, the newborn, my first alone, and I was so tired. I didn't sleep, and I was so tired. I couldn't even just take care. I didn't wash my face. Probably I took a shower for like 2 minutes, and then I had to take care of him because he didn't want to sleep that much too. So I
Mm-hmm.
was so glad when I came to Africa, and I had my sisters, and I had my aunties, and my and everybody were like, "Oh, the baby, yes, give me the baby." Okay, we don't want you, we want the baby. I'm like, "Okay, take him. Thank you,
Thank you.
please."
Yes, take care. Let me have a minute.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
But even though if you don't have family, it's much easier to find a nanny that's gonna even live with you, less expensive. She can like just live with you and then take care of your child. So that's a very plus over
Yeah.
here. Yeah, there's always children around if you want to play. Well, yeah, much. Other than that, I have. Well, he's not going to school yet, so I cannot say about my experience going to school. So I'm gonna. He's. I think he'll be 2 in a few months, so he can like start to go to daycare and stuff. To the Yeah. Do you say crèche also in English? I don't know. Here in French, it's crèche.
Yeah, it's daycare.
So
Daycare.
it's
Yeah.
pre
Daycare.
Yeah,
yeah,
daycare.
daycare. Mm.
Yeah, daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a few hours,
So
not the
I'll have
whole
a
day.
feel about how it is here.
Yeah.
But well, yeah, I go to there's this clinic who's, I think, Canadians who
Mm-hmm.
kind of opened it here. And so for all the vaccines and all that, he goes there, checkup, he goes there, and it actually goes pretty well. So for that, yeah, it's been all right for now. I haven't, yeah, I don't miss anything specific that I would have had in Holland with him. Maybe, no, maybe some stuff. Like what? Oh, yeah, here the diapers are really expensive, but that's overall because it's Congo. But so you have like the cheap diapers that you have to change like 2 times in the night if you don't want him to pee all over the bed. But
Yeah.
that's just because I don't want to buy the really expensive Pampers. But that's just me.
So for all those people who are listening,
So
invest in Pampers in Africa. That could be a business that could rock up.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I took in my suitcase. I had like lots of Pampers in my suitcase.
Yeah.
Coming back.
I know about the toilet
Coming.
paper. I know the
Oh,
toilet paper one. There's
yeah.
even a lady, she used to come to five-star hotel,
Yeah.
but she will take
Mhm,
toilet paper. She will have a suitcase with toilet paper. She'll be just be picking. Even the
exactly.
cleaner will know. Like that's how much value it is for her to have toilet paper from here. And I'm like, yo, you can just send it. You're in a five-star hotel
Yep.
in Europe and you just came to see the doctor, but you value toilet paper. Hashtag
Mm.
coronavirus. We saw it. The importance of
Coronavirus is getting real.
toilet paper. Yeah. So Pampers, yeah, I can understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. The quality might be different.
Yeah.
Well, it was so nice talking to you,
Yeah.
giving your insight on us on how it
Thank
works
you.
in
Yeah.
at the moment and how it is for you. And I think for most people that are trying to transition and going back home, I think it's really good to like have a buffer
Mhm.
that you can fall to. Maybe
Yeah.
find a job before
Yeah.
you go there, and ask your family or
Exactly.
your friends there if if they know somebody or they know a company that is looking for somebody with your criteria. I think that's a good
Exactly.
one. And also, indeed, go there with less expectations, or maybe visit it there twice or 3 times a year, so you can just know how things work. Because things don't work as they work in
Human.
Europe, by the way, because we are forced by
Yeah.
laws, and regulations,
Mhm.
and there most of those things don't work. They have them, but they're not enforced like the way they're enforced here in Europe. So it's good to dive
Exactly.
in and just do some research on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Especially if you want to like have your own business over there, then you really need to get the feel about how the local market is working, what is going to work and what not, see the competition, and the
Yeah.
same research you will do if you were just in your own town. You have to do it as well over there and see what
yeah,
works or not.
yeah, true. Very much true. So I would like to thank you for your time. The viewers
Thank
also thank
you,
you
girl.
for freeing your time for us.
Yeah, it was fun. So much fun being here with
It
you
was so
guys.
much fun. We
Yeah.
will come back later on and we'll discuss maybe some other topics that your maybe experiences or issues or some how you call them opportunities that you're seeing in Africa that you think
Oh,
that
yeah.
people can benefit from or like that
Mm,
somebody can jump on it. I think that's really to have somebody who has insight
sure.
in Africa
Yeah.
can bring value back to these people here that want to do something but don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So if you have someone in Africa that sees all these
Mm,
opportunities but cannot like um, uh, um, carry them out themselves, just give to other people and let them execute the opportunity that you
mm.
guys see there. So I would like to thank you and I will see you on the next one.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, girls. Bye bye.
Bye.